Suspect George Melvin Harris III has since been released from Whitman County Jail. His charges have been dropped. When Family Weekend was moved on to Zoom because of the pandemic, I mean, take a look at this thing. No one wants to be walking up these on their way to class. This water looks clear, right? But if I come around this way, they're volunteering as emergency substitutes, migrating to Riggins, to the Salmon River right now. And the drive-thru is full, and you decide to wait here on Grand Avenue before pulling in, officers can make your meal a whole lot more expensive. This staffing shortage is so bad in the Pullman schools that these emergency subs are used every day. Cut the risk of hospitalization or death from the virus by 89% in high-risk adults when exposed to COVID-19. States with colder weather are showing a rise in new COVID-19 infections. And today across Washington state, there has been a wide range of weather advisories. We don't really have that chance of rain, so overnight, I don't think anything's going to be freezing to block up your cars. I do want to point out, we're not really seeing those smoky and hazy skies anymore. Steve Hilton has been coming to Riggins for 18 years.
Oh, I love to come here.
And that here is Island Bar, just 15 minutes outside of town.
It's just a nice place to get away from things.
Getting away from the hustle and bustle of home back in Boise, Steve spends the whole month of October alongside the river. His daughter and son come up on the weekends, and of course, the dogs come too.
This is the best spot in the campground, so I get up here early enough to get it every year.
Steve has been on the hunt for steelhead trout here on the Salmon River, but his luck seems to get worse and worse every year.
Steelhead's getting so bad, and there's not a lot of hope of it ever coming back.
Fishing guide Roy Akins tells us why steelhead numbers are dropping so much.
When we get to wild fish numbers in Idaho, we've seen steady decline since the creation of the 4 Lower Snake River dams.
Here at the Lower Granite Dam, which is one of the 4 Lower Snake River dams, we see a large majority of the steelhead trout that Steve was telling us about migrating to Riggins, to the Salmon River right now. But as I'm told by Roy, about 55 to 60% of these out-migrating fish are lost in 1 year when there's not ample water flow in these dams alone.
And when the fishing's bad, it really hurts Riggins.
About 60% of our year depends on steelhead from the bars, restaurants, gas stations, tackle shops, and outfitters, motels. Everybody depends on it through the winter months.
But over at Island Bar, Steve is still fishing, still waiting for a bite.
Right now, we get one in a day. We call pretty good.
And a good day it was. In Riggins, Idaho, Ava Wainhouse, Murrow, News 8. The Pullman School District is struggling.
It takes a village to make school continue to run.
The nationwide staffing shortages we hear about every day are very much an issue here at home.
It's exhausting.
But to the faculty and staff, being exhausted every week is worth it if it means their kids can be back in the classroom.
We know they want to be here, and we definitely want them here.
Everyone wanted to support the kids in whatever way possible.
And that support is largely coming from parents, like Jackie, who have kids in the Pullman School District. They're volunteering as emergency substitutes, and the verification process is simple if you have a bachelor's degree. And I'm told that this staffing shortage is so bad in the Pullman schools that these emergency subs are used every day.
If they need help, I'll help. I mean, I want my kids back in school, and even if I work full time, I can make time and make sure that the teachers feel safe or that they have someone that they can reach out to help them out.
And it's not just these emergency subs covering classes. Pullman High School's principal tells me that he and his staff have already covered more classes this fall than they would in a normal full year of school.
I worry about our staff that is getting stretched thin, and how much longer can they continue to do this.
But it all comes back to the people school is for.
We're fueled off of our students and their want to be back in school. That's what keeps us going, keeps people coming back, keeps people working hard even when they're really, really tired.
The Pullman School District will continue to urge anyone who can help to contact Dagny Myers, the Human Resources Manager for the district. Reporting in Pullman, Ava Wainhouse, Murrow, News 8.